creator, the genius. See, in the fall, when things fall, all the leaves, that's when he fertilizes, he follows it with rain and snow. It goes through that material, takes the compost tea down to the soil to build the soil for the coming spring when everything needs it. Well, we put it down in spring. It's not going to get there in time.
Right.
So again, so in your garden, in fall you're done anyway, so just do the cover, go to bed for the winter, and come spring you got this beautiful supported garden all built up, ready to go. And it's such a connection, so obvious, so simple. It's like, this can't fail.
No.
This cannot fail. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'll never because it's awesome. That's what I love. This is 100% guarantee, man. It's just, and it didn't cost you anything. It's free. I give it away. So I mean, it's just so cool. We use it because it's available. It works nicer if you have access. You go like to Home Depot and get those big rolls of brown paper they use for when the people who work in the house and they put it over carpets to protect it. What's nice about it, you can roll big sections out instead of having the papers always flip up. It's just more convenient. Much easier to lay out.
Would you cut? Because we don't mow our lawn.
Yeah, mow it low. Get it real low, and then leave all the grass clippings there.
Okay.
It's all good organic material. Then just lay that stuff out.
Okay.
Put the wood chips on it. If you go to Lazy J's, get that really nice stuff. The nice thing about that is that you can plant right now.
Right.
It's compost. It's just like what I have in my garden.
Okay.
So you can lay that stuff out, and in April, 1st of April, start planting. You got a garden.
Does Steve deliver?
He will.
He will. Okay.
He'll deliver.
Do you do one layer, or do you just kind of stack it a little bit, the paper?
No, just one layer is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, just one layer, and then put that stuff on top of it, 4 inches deep, and you have a garden.
4 inches.
It's that simple. And you can, like I say, just make a little groove in it and plant. And here's the thing, if you're not feeling the plants are doing as well as they could, take blood meal or fish emulsion and side dress. Just lay on top of the ground and water in.
Okay.
See, think about it. Plants are not taking up anything solid. They don't eat dirt.
Yeah.
They take up everything through water. And so by laying it on top and watering it in, you're getting just that going back down as a moisture, as water soluble. The plants get it right away, and you'll see the color just change like in a couple days.
Wow.
Yeah.
It may be good enough, just like it is. I think it is. But if you feel like you need to do better, just a little side dressing. Next year you won't have to. Years after you won't have to. Just initially to get it going, you might have to. As they did in the film.
Right.
They used blood meal.
Blood meal. Yeah, that's why
brought it right around because it's water soluble. It's organic.
Right.
It's just blood.
Right.
And the same with fish emulsion. That's a very good one too because that's water soluble.
Right.
So you want to use something that breaks down, turns into water real quick. Those two things do that great. And I think you may not even need to, but if you're feeling like you want your plants to look a little better, then you can just put them with a little side dress of fertilizer.
In the beginning.
In the beginning. Next year you won't have to because it's broken down.
Yeah, because it'll be
and then in the fall, here's the thing that's key. After you take all your plants out, and hopefully you still have some kale, plant things for the winter, then come in with another layer, a couple inches, and just put it on the ground in the fall. So all winter long as it rains and snows, you're getting compost tea being deposited in soil, so your soil's being built up. And you do it every year. Just keep maintaining this cover.
2 inches?
A couple inches. Yeah, and you'll find that after a few years, you won't need, maybe you can skip a year because you've already got a great base. So like in my orchard out there, man, I put it in for 11 years because it's an incredible base.
That's gold.
This is what I love about it.
That's gold.
Because you see, you get this compounding interest, and again, it's the design of the creator. See, as we get older, we have less energy. And so you want your work to be producing for you. That's normal.
Yeah.
And this is what's happening. So it will produce for me more and more, and I'm doing less work, which is how it should be. Conversely, in the man-made approach, you're having to put down way more as time goes on, and you get a less return, which is very hard on the brain. Very negative. Very stressful. So opposite.
And then you do shortcuts and all these things.
Exactly.
And you catering yourself up.
Yeah, and then you just feel you're on this treadmill running in place going backwards. It's pathetic, man. It's just not right.
It's not right.
No, I missed it earlier. Where do you get like the wood chips and stuff? I mean, how easy is it?
We have a place here in town where you see the film?
Right.
That guy with the big tub grinder, he's right here. And so this is where I'm telling him to go get this stuff because he's getting all that yard waste. He's grinding it all up.
Lazy J.
And he's with that big excavator. He's always moving it every couple of days. So it's really well composted, nice stuff. And it's just a real nice source for stuff you can plant in right away now.
And how much does he charge for like?
If you can't get it, is what you can do. Get wood chips from the tree services where you live. Call local tree services. Have them bring it to them. Spread it out. And I'll just use this as an example here. Spread it out. It's going to be real coarse. When you get ready to plant in the spring, pull it back until you come down to soft stuff like that. When you get to that point, which is your dirt, which now has changed because it's got a cover, it's turning soft and damp, make a little groove, your rake, plant your seeds, cover it up. As the seeds come up and start putting your wood chips back around the plants, cover the ground. keep that ground covered. Next year, you won't have to go as far because that stuff's breaking down, and you start planting right in the wood chips. But as soon as you get that cover down, because gravity works, as you rain and you get water, this stuff's breaking down, and you're putting the nutrition back into the soil, so it's building the soil constantly. You'll see the foliage will just, you put around plants, in a few weeks it's changing to deeper green because something's happening, it's getting nutrition.
And these wood chipping services?
Wood chipping is usually free, they're trying to get rid of it.
Really?
Tree services, they're all day long, doing trees, they're trying to get rid of this stuff. So I get all my wood chips free. So just get in the phone book.
Oh.
Get in the phone book and look up the tree service, and then also go to the city, the municipalities, and find out where people bring their yard waste. They usually have a tub grinder. They grind. You saw there in the film in California. They had a big house of blacks. That's all free from the city. They just gave it to people because it's all people's yard waste. They ground up, and it was great compost. And those people loading it with buckets. They took it home and have a great garden.
What about ash from like fireplace?
Wood ash is great. Spread it out. You saw it in my orchard. I got all kinds of wood ash out there. Just spread it, widely out there. It's everything natural turns back to dirt. Every living thing is an organic benefit. You just have to learn how to use it practically. Like, garbage stuff from your kitchen isn't nice in the garden, but go take your wood chips and place it around your trees and stuff, pull it back and bury it. It all breaks down. Use everything, but learn to use it in a manner that's convenient and not in your way, kind of thing. So like I say, around trees and stuff, you can just pile all kinds of them because you're not using the space. So that's where you get rid of the coarser stuff. In your garden, you want the finer stuff because you're planting seeds.
Right.
So, but it's all usable. Nothing should be, and like I said, so idea about the chickens. See, all my grass clippings is great nutrition, very good high nitrogen. All goes there. They eat what they want, and they keep working up, and then I bring it back to my garden.
What do you think about like greenhouses or?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. You get track with this.
Okay.
Better Homes and Garden, which is not a health magazine, did an article that shocked me. They took an heirloom tomato, heirloom meaning natural, grew it in full sun, good warm climate like Dakota or California, and they analyzed it, and they were able to identify 300 phytochemicals in a ripe tomato sun-grown. And they're explaining how they work. Look at tomato skin, it's no thicker than yours.
Yeah.
It can take direct blazing sunlight all day long, all summer, and not blister.
Yeah.
Well, there's a phytochemical that protects that skin of that tomato from blistering.
Yeah.
And when you eat it, you get the same protection. Now track with me. Today, skin cancer is rampant in the United States because all tomatoes are grown in greenhouses. They took the same heirloom tomato and grew it in a greenhouse, same plant, and got the ripe fruit and analyzed it and found only 50 phytochemicals. 250 were lost with light going into the glass. Here's why. The glass interrupted photosynthesis. You know what's so cool about my experience is I really related to the creator. I had this greenhouse here, so I read the article. Oh, that's great. Well, I didn't get it, so the next winter he sent a wind so strong it flipped my greenhouse open and broke 4 panes of glass. So I said, no problem, both are down some railroad ties. I'm on my way to the glass shop. I says, excuse me? Remember that article? Don't put those 4 panes back in the roof.
Yeah.
Leave that open. You see I have no roof.
Yes.
And so I grow great fennel in there. I grow wonderful stuff. And I'm getting direct sunlight. So if you're going to do a greenhouse, they're fine, but leave the roof off. The glass inside will protect it, keep it warm.
Keep it warm.
But make sure you get direct sunlight to
Brilliant.
get photosynthesis.
Brilliant. Good question.
And again,
Thank you.
what's her name?
Isolde.
Isolde.
Yeah, it's warmer.
And let me tell you something about it. And again, I want to give this to you because you're going to get it. Any alteration of the natural order is negative and degrading.
Yeah.
Any alteration. And just simple glass. We think we're going to do, this is so cool in greenhouses. The alteration is negative.
Yeah.
Even just putting glass in. And this is something we got to get. We can't improve on the natural order.
Right.
Anything we do is negative and degrading. Will not make it better. So our approach is
The least.
the least change is the ideal.
Yeah.
So if you got to create heat, you can put it on the south side. Use rocks. Rocks are great heat sinks.
Right.
Use glass, but leave the roof off. But pay attention. You've got to, stay as close as you can to the original because it doesn't last. Yeah. And we have serious. And to me, it's just if you're skin cancer is rampant.
Yeah.
Never you see a problem
Yeah.
because people always ate tomatoes grown in full sun. It's the only way they got it. But now everything
It's
in the
all
store,
hot house.
everything in the store is grown in
It's all coming
greenhouses.
from these giant things up in Canada.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and there's nothing in them. And when you taste them, you eat them. your body tells you there's nothing in this.
Yeah.
It's void.
Yeah.
We get a sun-ripened one, oh man, the flavor just, whoa,
Completely
this is
different,
awesome.
yeah.
And it's because those minerals are what gives flavor to food. Minerals make flavor, and this is why the food without minerals has no flavor. I always tell people the flavor the food indicates is nutritional value.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
If it tastes good, it is good. If
Yeah.
it doesn't taste good,
It's not good.
The best tomato I ever had was one Robert grew in Marin County, and he just laid he rinsed off a bunch of seaweed, and he just kept seaweed
That was
around.
another thing that I was thinking about. The seaweed around here is supposed to be really good for.
it's got iodine. See, iodine is so critical. Have you heard about iodine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When those bombs went off in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, there was a doctor in Hiroshima in the hospital with his patients and staff who he fed seaweed every day for the iodine, and none of them had any effect from the blast. It took out all the radiation. Its iodine is huge for taking out radiation.
And we're deficient in it.
Major deficient.
Yeah.
We're deficient in everything because it's not going back.
Yeah.
We took the cover off,
Yep.
you know. And so seaweed is a wonderful cover, you know.
Gotta get the salt off.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, just wash the salt off, you know. And I don't use it here because I got heavy clay. I'm concerned about salt buildup, so I'm hesitant to use it. But I think I'm getting real good with this what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so don't do anything. I'm quite happy with the results so far. So I don't think I'm going to develop any salt buildup. You know.
So bad.
And talking about salt buildup, this is what's so scary. What we've done down in the San Joaquin Valley. This is in California. They grow most of the food because of chemical fertilizing over the years. The water in all the wells is full of nitrites.
Yeah.
And these poor Mexicans who are coming across the border aren't making any money.
Yeah.
They can't afford to buy bottled water and they're all getting sick.
And the kids are
It's the same on the
growing up on
reservation.
this.
They're all
This is where the
getting sick,
reservation is.
You know, because of nitrate. And you know what's so scary? The evidence is out there, and they're not stopping using the chemicals. They keep pouring it
they
out.
don't care. Human beings are
unbelievable.
it's collateral damage.
You're just like, come on, this is not working. And what's going to happen? I'll tell you, the end result is all those salts. The salts don't break down. Those salts are eventually going to get in the groundwater. They're going to come up and they're going to start killing the plants.
Yeah.
Because salt will kill plants.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in the ground. And they're going to cut their own throat. It's going to take them out.
Yeah.
But they destroyed the land. This was the most rich, incredible growing place in the country. Now they've destroyed it.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, oh man. It's a gravel pit.
Road.
It's
Oh my
totally
God,
rock. You could
that's
never
where you
till that
are.
place. And that's my rental there. And I grow wonderful peaches. I get ripe peaches, apricots. You saw the film, those apricots.
Yeah.
That's where it was. And figs, those wonderful figs.
Yeah, the figs, yeah.
That's all growing there, great. And so I push the borders. I always, you know, and I'm so blessed. I just planted a pomegranate, and it went through this winter, and it's starting to bud. I'm gonna get pomegranates here. I'm gonna do it. You know? And they say you can't, but I'm gonna do it. So I just love pushing. And again, with this environment, this if it can make it, this will do it.
This will do it. Yeah,
you know,
this is
so always push. You know, and just if it fails, no problem. You know, but at least you know. And you'll be surprised as you get a good healthy environment, you'll be able to push the boundaries, you know, and get outside the box because it's just how you know good stuff works. So just just be open, you know, and again just read the packing, you know, I'll tell you how many days, you know, so you want to plant early stuff if it's not too hot, for hot stuff, you know, again just you go here, your intuition, you'll know.